You wouldn't look at someone and tell them to keep being in a shitty relationship where the person talks down to them and has no faith in them and doesn't trust them. Or you wouldn't let someone you love like continue to live in a house that is crumbling and a health hazard and unsafe and unfit and cold. To look at yourself that way too. Fold laundry with me while I talk a little more of my why and what I'm doing for my self-love journey. My name's Demi. The awkwardness, that's just who I am. Again, I'm still not, I have it faced this way. Maybe I should turn it around. It feels very vain being able to see myself and like, yeah. So I'll turn it around, 1 second. No idea if I'm actually filming myself right now or not. I'm 32 and suddenly like obsessed with trying to change the way I view myself and love myself after years of self-loathing. Like I say that, but like I legitimately hate myself. It's like more normal to not like yourself than it is to accept yourself and love yourself enough. So I want to change that because I have 2 beautiful little girls, and the idea of them ever feeling like how I have felt about myself breaks my heart. I don't think I've done a very good job of hiding my distaste for myself, or I'm still just speaking to a camera and I don't have a huge following of people that can confirm this, but I feel as though anytime there's hard times, for example, we had a really hard fall with my toddler. She's super spirited and sensory and just learning how to be a human and has big feelings and totally all normal things that you would go through with a toddler. But because of all of my issues, I took it so personally, and still to this day when we have bad days or bad moments, I take it personally, and it's taken me a really long time to realize that that is probably because of the way my brain is wired, and it's not fun. I don't want to live like that anymore. It's so small. It's such small things that can just like send me into this spiral. I need to rephrase and say it's not bad days, but like these bad moments or harder moments turn into awful days because I cannot get out of that headspace. And I think so much of that comes from me almost not feeling worthy to have good days, if that makes any sense. You're not picking up on it. I very much am aware that probably no one's watching this, but I do get messages from people of completely different walks of life, friends from high school, teachers from high school, people from my childhood, people I've worked with, all agree or spark a conversation about things I've posted, because I think we're all human and we're all just like looking for relatability and that shared experience. And I'm just sick of living in a state of silence because things aren't perfect for me right now. Even if this is just me ranting to a phone, it helps one person feel a little bit less alone, or maybe motivate someone to do something for themselves to better themselves and feel better about their current situation and their mind, then woohoo. For as long as I can remember, I have been at war with myself. I never liked how I looked in the mirror. I was always comparing myself to other people. I wanted to be tiny, and I'm seeing now that I probably wanted to be tiny so that I wouldn't be noticed. I could never get tiny enough, and I would torture myself, and I still do if I feel big. And right now, of course, I feel big. I'm postpartum, I'm breastfeeding, I'm not as active as I used to be, so I feel big and I feel out there. I feel like the size of my body makes me more seen, and for some reason being more seen is a negative. To reframe that mindset, where one, it's okay to be seen. It's okay to not be tiny. Why would I want to be tiny? I've got 2 tiny humans that I have to take care of. I want to be big and strong and fearless for them. Yes, my body is not where I'd like it to be. I feel foreign in it, and I'm going to continue to work towards a body that I feel comfortable in. But I'm trying to change the mindset that it has to be a body I feel proud in, because I should feel proud of the body I'm in already. Because if I died tomorrow, that is the most depressing thing in the world, that I have just like lived in this body for so long and I've always hated it. No matter what it looks like, I have hated it. What I've been trying to focus on this week is the self-talk, the recognizing that I can separate my displeasure in where I'm at or how I acted that day or what my body looks like, and separate it from my worth and who I am. But for now, I am just trying to have affirmations. I am trying to reflect at the end of the day, even if it's just a couple minutes, thinking about the moments where I felt really bad about myself, whatever that may look like. For example, yesterday I had such a fun little couple of hours with my toddler while the baby was sleeping. We did lots of sensory things, which is like her love language and mine. So we finished that off, but then the baby woke up and I was sore from bending over and everything, and I snapped at my toddler who wanted me to carry her everywhere. And then of course I left the room for a second and I come back and she's fallen asleep on the couch, and I spiraled and felt like the worst mom in the world that for a second I snapped and told her I didn't want to carry her, and then she falls asleep. And that's how that perfect afternoon ended. Was I snapped and had a lapse in my composure, and she fell asleep. And really, she woke up and was obsessed with me again. She wasn't even upset. I don't even think she like registered that I was a little bit quicker. But for me, it like sent me. I just felt so out of control for the rest of the day. I spend so much time in my head just beating myself up over and over again. Recognition is like the biggest step into change. So that's where I'm at right now. It's only been 5 days since I really decided to make this big change, so I will take it. I guess I'll just finish this off, that's what she said, and just saying this week has been a big focus on mindset shifting and finding my sense of worth and separating it from the things that I don't feel good about myself with, because I'm worthy of so much more credit than I give myself, and I'm aware of that. And I think I could probably say that every person I've ever spoken to also is worthy of way more than what they give themselves. Trusting myself a little bit more, trusting my process starts with me, and I have to start trusting myself and feeling safe with myself. I can get myself a little bit out of a downward spiral quicker with some things. I still find my weak spot right now is when I don't feel like I'm being good enough for my daughter, my older one, just because she has such intense emotions and intense love and intense feelings, and it's so important to be everything she needs. And when I'm not everything she needs, it just rips me apart. One, because she's a toddler, and the moment you aren't everything she needs, it is very obvious that you're not. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's because it like is so blaringly obvious when I do something frustration and impatience, because obviously when you piss off a toddler or hurt a toddler, the world is crashing down, so it's very in your face. I am catching myself quicker when I'm saying negative things about my body. I'm recognizing that things take time, so I am prioritizing myself when I can to do that. Just stop like taking some of the pressure off and realizing that it's not just going to be a quick fix. I'm not just going to bounce back and have my body back or be what I want it to be. You wouldn't look at someone and tell them to keep being in a shitty relationship where the person talks down to them and has no faith in them and doesn't trust them. Or you wouldn't let someone you love like continue to live in a house that is crumbling and a health hazard and unsafe and unfit and cold. So to look at yourself that way too. My soul is in here, and I'm and the foundation's cracking and I'm in an abusive relationship with myself. The things I say to myself in my head, I can't even fathom if I heard someone say that to someone I love. That person would have been knocked the F out if I ever heard someone say what I've said to myself, someone I love. They would be dead. I would have murdered them dead. A warning, if you ever are mean or rude or just unappreciative to the people I love, I will roundhouse kick you so hard in the face that you will wish you were dead.